thinking that everyone should think the same thing. Montgomery's the leader, but he gets really mad. That's why he rules with an iron fist. There's Wilma and Dottie, they're abusive, always using bingo for excuses. And Zipper and Portia continue to add lots of names to their enemies' list. So get up with the Groupthink Gang. Come on, let's all think the same thing. Get up with the Groupthink Gang. Get up with the Groupthink Gang. Come on, let's all share the same brain. Get up with the Groupthink Gang. Get up.
I hear order! Order! I hereby call this meeting of the Groupthink Gang to order! Now this meeting's first order of business, who will we support the 2016 presidential election? Yes, bingo.
I move that the Groupthink Gang supports Senator Ted Cruz for President of the United States.
You would support that racist wacko bird, wouldn't you, bingo?
Somebody give me one example, just one example of how Ted Cruz is a wacko bird.
Because he's a racist.
Does that make me a racist? I don't have a prejudiced bone in my body. Heck, my grandmother was half groundhog. But you can't prove a negative. So if you guys say I'm a racist, I guess that makes me one.
I move that we expel Bingo from the Groupthink Gang on the grounds that he isn't thinking exactly like the rest of us.
Yeah, I never trusted that buck-toothed bastard from the start. I second the motion to expel Bingo from the Groupthink Gang.
I'm in total agreement with Zipper and Portia. Let's get rid of this right-wing nut. I'm sick of always hearing about his free markets and limited government and rights of the individual. You sound like such a Reaganite. I hate your face, Bingo. Wilma is right, gang. Bingo's capitalist ideals simply clash with the utopia that we and President Obama are so close to creating. If we just tax the rich more and more, we can take that money and redistribute it to everybody evenly, even if a lot of people aren't contributing any money at all. Plus, we can pay for more government programs that will help poor people buy food, because the wages that their slave-driving employers pay is too low.
That's right, Dottie. We are the 99%.
Then what are we waiting on, Montgomery? Let's just vote on it so we can kick this loser out.
You're gonna stop questioning my authority, and you're gonna stop questioning it right now, you steroid freak! When you were in the hospital for that skull fracture I gave you over control of the Groupthink Gang, I told you that while you were lying in that bed, I told you that I'll conduct these meetings however I want. Now you cross me again, jerk-off. And we might have to step outside the caboose so I can stomp a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry. That's warning one, Zipper.
Just hear me out, gang. We've been governed by a post-constitutional, anti-colonial, progressive president for 6 years. Not to mention all the influence and generations of leftism being pumped into the movies and television we watch, music we listen to, and the news that we depend on. And look at what it's done. Media bias is real, and it's what's turning us against each other. Now, small business. That's the engine of the American economy, and it's those small businesses that employ the majority of our workforce. So if we raise taxes on employers in a bad economy and force them to adopt an artificially adjusted minimum wage in the name of fairness, they'll have to cut employee hours or jobs altogether. Then their product's going to cost more to buy it.
You won't shut up, Montgomery. Let's vote.
Bingo's racism is giving me a headache.
After we vote him out, I say we execute him, like the Bolsheviks did to Tsar Nicholas and his bourgeois pig family.
Meanwhile, we should be putting our support behind Hillary Clinton, Rush Limbaugh and those other sexists are trying to throw her under the bus just because she conducted official State Department business on an unprotected Hotmail account.
Listen to yourselves, you dumbasses. Liberalism is just the first step towards socialism. Any textbook will tell you that. And that's just the intermediate stage before full-blown communism, followed by totalitarianism. Countries like the former Soviet Union and Cuba and China. Socialism doesn't work. And there's nothing in the entirety of human history to show that it does. And this is what Europe's experiencing right now. But everyone seems to think that if they're the ones to apply socialist ideology the right way, everything will work out. That's what Barack Obama thinks. And if we elect Hillary Clinton, we're just getting 4 more years of that. Well, I'm tired of hanging around a bunch of benefit-sucking assholes like you guys. You pricks don't want me here? Then piss off. I'm going to Hoofdagels. So, Mr. Hoofnagel, you're saying that communism isn't the wonderland that Lenin and Stalin and so many university professors would have us believe?
Not hardly, Bingo. It's the most oppressive form of government ever devised. And it's the most oppressive form of government I've ever lived under. Far more oppressive than this constitutional republic so many of you enjoy tearing down.
But how is that so, Mr. Hoofnagel? Under communism, everything is distributed evenly and nobody goes without.
But Dottie, what's the point of having an equal amount of toilet paper if only allotted 6 rolls per family and you have 7 families living in a collectivist apartment? What's the point of merely existing instead of living and expressing yourself freely without fear of going to jail because your ideas are different than what's accepted as normal?
Oh my God, Bingo! Have we been doing the same thing with you? Have we been casting you out all these years just because you get your news from other sources and might have a slightly better and more nuanced understanding of history and current events than the rest of us?
That's why you guys are the Groupthink Gang. You attack anything and anybody that doesn't fit into your rigid ideology. You're horrible little animal children. You're means. This is what you are.
That's okay, Mr. Hoofnagel. Thanks to your wealth of experiences as a persecuted Eastern European Jew, only to escape and find success and prosperity here in the United States of America, I think the Groupthink Gang is finally starting to come around.
I can't believe how foolish I've been all these years. Thanks to Mr. Hoofnagel, now I know that the United States is a land where instead of assassinating our leaders, we can have a peaceful transfer of power. Which is why when we get back to the clubhouse, Bingo, I'm nominating you to be the leader.
And because I value your experience, I'm going to keep you on as my vice president. In the event of my resignation or untimely death, you'll automatically become leader again. You know, Montgomery, maybe we should codify all these rules onto paper. Some sort of constitution.
As long as we're all on the same page, right, Groupthink Gang?
I'm sorry I ever threatened to cut you, Bingo. I just lash out at what I don't understand. I'm in therapy now, and I'm making some real progress. I cut up my food stamp card, and Monday, I'm going down to the bank and applying for that business loan. I'm ready to be my own boss and contribute to society instead of being a bum all the time.
I'm emptying trash cans and sweeping up after the strip club closes at 2 a.m. And I'm featuring at that strip club, boys. I may be only 9 years old, but that's 18 in human years, so bring your dollars and find out where I have wool and where I don't.
Get up with the Groupthink Gang. Come on, let's all think the same thing.